What else we got? FSG to buy Sparta Prague. I don't know who they're going to buy, Lee, but my guess would be a club either in South America or a European club that, like I've said before, we could bring through players who may not necessarily be able to get a work permit for coming straight into the Premier League. So I don't know. It will be interesting. And Michael Edwards who said that he was hugely attracted by that part of the role, that he will not just oversee Liverpool, of course, he will oversee all of FSG's footballing operations. FSG are looking into buying a new League Two in the States. Huh, makes sense. Makes sense. Look, I don't know where FSG will look to buy a club. If it is in the States, I can understand that. Of course, it's a market they understand. If it's in South America, I could understand that. If it's in Europe, I could understand that. Michael Edwards just feels that this is an important part of modern clubs and wanting to grow and finance, attract talent, develop talent. And I think this is what excited him about the opportunity to come back. Because remember, he turned down a job at Chelsea as CEO of football. He turned down the approach from Manchester United. There was a comment earlier on today, I think maybe from Melissa Reddy. If it wasn't, it was somebody else quite prominent that said Real Madrid had even inquired about bringing him in as sporting director, and he turned down that opportunity. So yeah, it's a big get. It is a big, big get for Liverpool. And I think outside of the playing and coaching staff, this is exciting news for the club. Connor said, what's the rules between transfer fees between clubs owned by the same owners? So they have to make sure that they're fair market value. So UEFA will look over these deals to make sure that it is fair market value. You'll see it for the deal to take in, I can't remember the name of the winger from Girona to Manchester City, the one that was already announced and agreed. That has to be examined by UEFA to make sure that Manchester City are paying fair market value for the player and they aren't just, trying to circumvent the system by bringing them in and again getting them on the cheap. Savio, yes, thank you. Savio, that's the guy. Yeah, so that's been looked at as an example. I think Michael Edwards spent time at the Salzburg Academy. So obviously he will have looked at the Salzburg or the Red Bull model, the way they operate, but also it was to kind of give him a vision along with Jurgen Klopp for what Kirby would look like. So he has examined that model. He's looked into the multi-club model, and I think it's always been in FSG's remit that a multi-club model could be something for down the line. Obviously, recently they've been invested in golf, the Pittsburgh Penguins, probably going to invest in an NBA franchise with LeBron at some point as well. But, look, one thing I think we can say for certain is, whatever FSG's expansion and portfolio of football clubs will become, Liverpool Football Club will sit at the very top of that and will be very much the priority. All things feeding up to Liverpool Football Club.